Friday was a really bad day for the British pound. Moreover, at the beginning of this trading week, the pound sterling started falling at a faster pace. It seems that the market is in panic. In fact, there are two reasons for that. The coronavirus pandemic has again dominated headlines. A new strain of the virus that caused COVID-19 has been identified in the UK. Last week, the country's government was considering a partial tightening of containment measures. However, at the weekend, Boris Jonson announced a total lockdown in the southern and eastern parts of England, including London. At the same time, in Scotland, such measures will also be introduced, although only after Christmas. Notably, France has closed its borders with the UK. Thus, investors became worried as the countries are doing almost the same as in spring. The euro is under weaker pressure than the British pound. The fact is that the UK and the European Union failed to come to an agreement. Hopes that the parties will reach a consensus have faded. The countries decided to extend a deadline on Brexit talks. Official representatives of both sides are sure that they will reach a deal by Christmas. However, they gave us such promises more than once. Investors do not believe that the countries will sign an agreement. That's why they are bracing for the worst scenario. In just 2 weeks, the UK and the EU may face an economic shock. However, London is likely to suffer more. That's why the pound sterling is declining more than the euro. Earlier this week, the pound-dollar pair showed a gap of 115 pips. This in turn caused a wave of sell-offs among speculators. It's quite possible that speculators will continue monitoring the news that will determine the price changes. According to technical analysis, the pair has already passed 300 pips, including the gap. The local low of 1.3134 locked on December 11 is a possible support level. At the same time, the euro-dollar pair is following the pound sterling. However, its dynamics is significantly lower. If the price fixes below 1.2160, it may slide to 1.2130 and 2070. That's all for now. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you in several hours. We will take a close look at the US trading session.